Yo, I'm back with Yareli Prime. I farmed her up this weekend, and she's pretty sweet. I've always loved this warframe since she's come out. She's like my 13th most played warframe of all time on my account. I've been playing since 2015, so it takes a while to get up there. Yeah, she's awesome. She's like a secondary weapons platform, and she's very tanky. She's kind of like a Rhino, like a Nasia in that sense, kind of like a Revenant. Very tanky, makes your weapons better. Fun Warframe. There's not much to say. And she looks sick. I love her deluxe skin. I love her new Prime helmet, and her Prime body's like very sick as well. So very cool looking Warframe, very fun Warframe. I have nothing but good things to say. So let's get right into that. Talk about the quick and dirty on Eureli's abilities and what you can expect when you go into mission with her. So passive. When you're moving, you get this 200% crit chance buff for secondaries only. If not flat, like a Harrow buff or an Avenger proc, it is like you're chucking on an extra mod. So it feels good. It feels great. Don't expect it to make weapons like the Nucor or like status heavy weapons with low crit chances like amazing in that sense. It's definitely for like crit weapons to like crit more and be meatier. So that's cool. Yeah, that's her, her flow, her passive buff. Very neat. As for her first ability, these are the sea snares. You chuck these out. You chuck out a whole lot of them. It's about 5. And you can have 15 out at a time. So that's nice. That's fun and dandy. And what they do is they'll seek out enemies, pick them up. They'll be lifted. They can't shoot you. They can't hurt you. And they will also take bonus damage. So it's really good to spam these and have them up like at all times. I really enjoy spamming my sea snares, so I build for quite a bit of efficiency. Um, to me, they're like the main part of Eureli's kit that makes her super cool. All right. As for our second ability, that'll be our best friend here, Marilena. Marilena is your Iron Skin, your Mesmer Skin, your Warding Halo, your Turbulence, like your own Zephyr. This is your tanking ability. This will be what keeps you alive, and you'll have a good time. When you cast Marilena, if you look in the top right, you have the 0 there that'll build up when you're getting shot, and Marilena will get more HP, so you could stay alive longer. So just a very, very simple tanking ability. You cast it, take some damage, you'll get basically a second HP pool here on Yareli. She does have an augment mod where you don't have to skateboard around, and both are just really good playstyles. I've played a lot of Yareli both. I enjoy both, and it's more of up to you to decide when you want to play each of the builds, I'd say. Typically, if I'm grinding bounties, I might whip out the Skateboard Yareli. On bigger tile sets like Halvania, I might whip out the Skateboard Yareli, but most of the time, I'm running around on 2 legs, I will say. But both are very fun, right? As for our third ability, these are Aqua Blades, and there is a lot of cool gimmicky stuff you can do with them. Um, do I think it's worth talking about and going into it in detail? No. It does have an augment mod. There is some neat stuff you can do with the compressor. They're neat, all right? They get like the thumbs up. They're cool. I like the concept. Are they good? No. I'm not hitting this button a lot in mission. If I'm hitting this 3 button, it's because I'm bored. And I'm like, okay, well, if I haven't seen the Aqua Blades in a while, might as well summon these things. At their worst, they're an extra slash proc on the enemies, so you can prime them for your secondary condition overload weapon and whatnot. They're cool. Typically, I'm subsuming over this, and I'll talk about my go-to subsumes later for Yareli. But yeah, Aqua Blades, I wouldn't push that button too often. Fourth ability. This is like your vortex. You will suck people in, and then after a little bit, it'll explode. And you can recast it to kind of spam it, and kind of just spam those vortex and explosions. It's a very good grouping ability. If you're running like a single target weapon on your belly, you might want to group them a lot. One of my favorite combos here is to summon my Riptide and then to summon my Sea Snares, and they'll all latch onto the enemies in the bubble, and you'll take a bunch of damage when it explodes and when you're shooting into there. It's very good. I am a Riptide enjoyer, I love playing Yareli, and that's kind of like her go-to. All right. Now we'll summon some enemies here, and I'll show you like what it looks like when I hop into mission as Yareli and what I'm looking to do. So like you're spawning in, oh no. We summon our tanking ability, we take a bunch of extra damage. We summon our sea snares so we don't get shot. And then I'll just kind of hold left click here and shoot my favorite secondary a bunch and have a good time. And these guys will die. And we'll see if we can group the last little bit up. There's some guys that are stuck behind geometry right now. Yep, you're stuck behind the railing, you're not coming out, and you're all the way over here hiding. And that guy was sea snared. He's down. It's all 20 of those guys wiped out. That's typically what Yareli looks like, you know. Even if you're running the like on foot augment, you'll be playing her the same way. You'll just be on your feet, parkouring around, and having a good time. But yeah, that's Yareli. That's like her gameplay loop. It's very chill. It's very relaxing. I run her a lot. If I, I'm gonna be like farming a Steel Path Omnia Fisher for an hour, I might pop on Yareli to be tanky and just chill. Yeah, good warframe. So let's talk about my builds here. We'll go straight into the upgrade screen and talk about our first one here. So this is my, skateboarding Yareli build. It differs a little bit from my on foot build. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but first we'll go over everything here. So like I said, I like to spam sea snares. So our most important stat here that's built up is our efficiency at 175. If you didn't know, you can run Streamline -1 point and Fleeting -1 point to cap at 75 here. Now, since we're running Fleeting, I do think Prime Continuity is very important here. So you at least have a neutral duration. You want your Vortex to last a decent amount of time to suck people in before it explodes. You want your Sea Snares to last a decent amount of time so you're getting that damage vulnerability buff on guys. So Prime Continuity, I feel like it's a must here if you're running max efficiency to spam your snares all about. Another important stat on Yareli is strength. I have 3 things I consider must-haves here. Umbral Intensify, 40% strength. Augur Secrets, 24% strength. And Mote Augmented, more strength. All right. So strength. It buffs Marlina's HP and it buffs your Sea Snare's vulnerability. So very good, very fun, very great. All right. As for the rest of our mods, there's 3 more we got to yap about here. Adaption. We get a free D polarity from just crafting Yareli Prime here. She comes with it. It's very nice. So I thought, why not just slap an adaption? It's more EHP. You will stay alive longer. Feels good. I like stretch. Stretch is good for your sea snares. They're seeking proximity. They can snake around and find more guys to latch onto. And it's good for your Riptide, your 4th ability, to suck guys in from a bigger range. So I just like stretch here. If you wanted to go less range and run Augur Reach, I definitely see a world where you run that. And last but not least, which I don't think this is mandatory, but I do think if you're going to go all in on a skateboard build, you might as well use it. It's here for a reason. We have our augment mod Marlina Guardian. You sea snares guys, and then you kill them or you damage them. That'll heal Marlina, and when you heal Marlina, you get a huge buff. You get a bunch of reload speed and fire rate. Sadly, it's not affected by strength. That would be insane. Only the healing's affected by strength, but it's still good. Still worth investing in and having. And yeah, awesome augment mod. I love it. It's very cool. It's a fun build. As for our arcanes here, Mote Augmented, like I said, that's a must use. This X slot, it's a flex slot. Sometimes I'll run energy if I feel like I'm energized. If I really feel like I'm going to be using a lot of energy and spamming my abilities a lot. So that's viable. If you wanted to run another tank, Augment, Guardian, Grace, Aegis, this, that, the third, you can run it. Arcane Pistolier is really fun. I love this. I love using it on the Pyriona Prime. That's an old combo from like way back in the day, I think. Pistolier and Pyriona Prime, that used to like dominate people's loadouts for a while. But it's a really fun loadout. Precision, more secondary weapon damage. It's pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. You could run Impetus. I think this would actually be pretty cool. If you run secondary Encumber on your secondary, you get all those unique status effects. This is more strength, so that would be cool. Yeah, but run whatever here. On your flex slot, Arcane Blessing for more EHP. That could be fun. I've been known to run a lot of Avenger on Yareli just for more crit. You can get consistent red crits with some weapons when you're stacking Avenger with her critical flow passive from walking around. So yeah, world's your oyster here. Um, Run whatever you think's gonna feel good. All right. Now here's our other build here for running around on our feet. So not much has changed. We just took away fleeting, and now we have a lot more strength. So our sea snares will be making enemies take a lot of bonus damage. 319% vulnerability. That's pretty good. And we're going to be stacking it higher with more augmented. Obviously, we swapped out augment mods, so we have loyal Marilena instead of Marilena Guardian. Bit of a mouthful there. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, this is hearsay. Marilena's summons bubbles with this augment mod, and that scales with efficiency, so you should be running max efficiency to get the best bubble cooldown. It's really buggy. The Marilena summoning sea snares is really awkward and weird. There's actually someone else talked about it today. There's a huge Reddit post about it and how buggy it is. So I don't think it's worth building on this build to have your Marilena summon sea snares all over the place. I think just going for the extra strength, like I do with transient fortitude here over fleeting expertise, is the way. So that's my take on it. Obviously, you could run the exact same build if you want to have Marilena spam the sea snares all over the place, but it's really awkward. Doesn't work that well. So just go for the extra strength IMO. All right. But yeah, same kind of concept. We are just going to be on foot. We're going to summon Marilena, so we take less damage. We're going to be spamming our sea snares, and they're going to be making the enemies take a lot more damage. Very, very similar concept. You know, just for the two showcases here, why not? Let's get my energy. We'll summon these guys. Same exact thing. We're on foot this time. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Everyone's in the air. We're moving around. We're keeping our buff. Nothing insane here. Yeah, not much to write home about here. Oh, you're hiding from me. He's down. Marilena died. She must have got one shot by a bombard or something there. But obviously we're fine. Marilena did her job. We didn't get knocked down. Sneeze snares had enemies picked up, and we were chilling. So yeah, not much to say there. It's literally the same thing, just on foot. But that's Yareli. Those are my builds. We got our sick on foot build here. We got our skateboarding build here. Both are very viable. Both are very fun. I enjoy both. As for Subsumes and Archon shards, the only Archon shards I would like really recommend if you want to buff up Yareli more would be 2 green shards for the corrosive, the 14 corrosive stacks. So you can armor strip on Yareli. It's a bit overkill, but that's kind of the point of Archon shards, is to be a bit overkill. It's what I have enjoyed on Yareli. So that could be your thing. That could be your jam. As for Subsumes, I'm taking off Aqua Blades every day of the week. 2 of my favorites, I love Gloom. If you run Gloom on the skateboarding Yareli, you can also heal Marilena through that. But the Gloom healing will overtake the Marilena Guardian healing, so you won't get the secondary buff, but it's like, who really cares? So that's up to you kind of thing. Nourish is also viable. Anything with a long duration or channeled is really good because you can't cast abilities while skateboarding. Kind of sucks, but they said they're never going to change it, so it is what it is. Anyways, yeah, so Gloom's really good. Nourish is really good. Anything with long duration. Slept on pick, I think, that kind of works everywhere is Silence. I really love Silence. I put it on a lot of warframes. I love turning off Eximus abilities. I quite enjoy it a lot. It's on my go-to Yareli loadout. I run Silence on normal Yareli, not Yareli Prime, and I'll probably put Silence back on. So yeah, if I had to pick, gun to my head, Silence and Gloom are like my go-to subsumes over Aqua Blades. I love both of those abilities. As for loadout choices, primary and secondary really doesn't matter. If you're going to be playing Yareli, you're probably going to be focused on your secondary. And my favorite here is my Spore Lacer Kick Gun. It shoots the infested eggs that blow up. It's basically a baby Brahma in your pocket. I love this thing. I have a video on it already. Yeah. As for other selections, the Tomos Incarnon. This is really good just in its beam form. And it has a really good Incarnon fire that shoots bombs. It's kind of like a Mega Man blaster. It's very cool. The Ocucore, very good. Just think about, it really isn't really a secondary elevator. She's not going to take like a dog poop tier weapon and make it usable, but she's going to make like good weapons great, and she's going to make great weapons like amazing. So that's what I'd recommend. The philosophy you approach with weapon selection and loadout selection on Yareli. Um, the Nuke War's tons of fun with like a damage build. The Cycron tons of fun. I really like the Plinks. The Plinks is always tons of fun. I have a video about the Plinks, and I do love using it on Yareli. Um, yeah, there's lots of options here. Prisma Angstrom, the Fireball Launcher, that's always tons of fun. I haven't used the Sikaris Prime with Yareli. That's probably pretty fun. Just any secondary that you want the bonus crit chance on, it's going to be fun on Yareli. For my showcase here, I think I'm going to whip out a classic. And I think I'm going to use the Arcane Pistolier and Pyrana Prime together and have a fun time. And fun fact, you can get Pistolier now pretty easily from the Arbitration store. You can just straight up buy the Arcanes now. You don't have to farm RNG drops from Arbitrations anymore. I literally needed one more Pistolier copy. I had 5 out of 6 needed to get it to rank 5, and I bought it. So, yeah. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Pop on. You can run whatever pedal you want on Yareli. I'm going to pop on this guy because, you know, he's sea creature themed. We're playing Yareli. Why not? But, yeah, that's Yareli. I don't have much else to say. I'm just going to go hop into mission now. We'll hop in some Halvania survival, Lua survival. I don't know. It's a big grab bag, mystery grab bag. We'll see when we get there. So I'll see you in mission. All right, we're here in mission. Time to get cooking here. Our Pyriana Prime. And Arcade Pistolier. Oh, yeah. It's a little loud, ain't it? But we will chill. Yeah, this thing's awesome. I'm finally happy I can run this combo. I've been slacking on even farming the last singular copy I needed, or even buying it. I wanted to grind it out. I talked about it before on my Pyriana video. It's super old now. It's a while ago I talked about it. But I was like, I really want to farm my last Pistolier copy. I don't want to buy it. I want to earn it, because I earned all the other pieces. And here we are. So, got my last copy, and I'm enjoying it with this Yareli build here. It's such a beast. It's nice that she's so good that she has just the flex slot for whatever arcane that you want to use. So, yeah. I mean, oh, Armelina died. I didn't even notice. You guys gotta warn me. Yeah. But we're chilling. That's why sea snares are there. Sea snares, when Merlina's dead, they will CC the enemies. And they won't shoot you that way. In case Merlina does die. Let's see here. We're doing a lot of just shooting at sea snared enemies. Let's try and group some guys up here. We'll group these guys over here. There we go. Summon some sea snares at them. Chunk through them. That's about how that goes. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but both ways to play Yareli are perfectly viable. I've enjoyed both. I've played a lot of both. I used to grind arbitrations with Yareli a lot because she made my Exploder kick gun, my Spore Lacer kick gun really good, and AoE weapons cook the arbitration drones. So, I mean, it's like a match made in heaven, for me at the least. Ooh, we got a lot of EHP there on Miss Merlina. Look at that. Almost 30k. We are cooking. One thing I've learned the last couple of months is that I love ammo efficiency modding. Or just like altering it in some way. Whether it's energized munitions, whether it's primary crux, and now it's this pistol arcane that I have finally maxed out. I'm a big enjoyer of changing my ammo efficiency, and I think it makes for a good time. Oh, Marlena died. Gotta call her in. Yeah, it's just so fun. You just tear through the enemies with dual Pyriana Primes. If you didn't know, it's gimmick. After some headshot kills, I think it's like 3, you get a second Spectral Pyriana Prime, and you dual wield them, so that's absolutely gas. And yeah, very fun. I wish more Prime weapons consistently got good gimmicks like this. Prime weapons consistently nowadays do get like these gimmicks, but I don't think all of them are on this tier of good. Low key, this could be like a Incarnate trait. It feels that good. What do we got? Misery. All right, we'll cook that fool. Where you at? There you are. Shred through my dual Pyrianas. Yeah, absolutely minced meat. That guy is cooked. No, but we're just big chilling. I love this Warframe. She's been one of my go-to like just tanky picks for a long time now. I'm so happy she's got primed. Makes me feel like an old man. One of the first times where I vividly remembered doing the quest for a Warframe, and now they have a prime. But yeah, I love Yareli. She's very good, very sick. One thing I didn't mention when I was talking about loadout suggestions is the dual Toxicist. The dual Toxicist Incarnate turns Yareli into a baby Mesa. So, yeah. I feel like the dual Toxicist Incarnate is one of those weapons where everyone knows it exists. It's like the Torrid. You know, you don't need to mention the Torrid Incarnate every time you talk about like good primaries because everyone knows it's there. I feel the same way about the dual Toxicist at this point. It's kind of like everyone knows it's there. Everyone knows it's an option and how good it is. But in case you didn't, now you do. I wish ammo efficiency worked on Incarnates. Crux would be so insane on some primaries. This Pistolier mod would be insane on the dual Toxicist. It'd be pretty sick on the Occucore as well, actually. Yeah, it'd actually be pretty nice on the Occucore. You don't have to worry about upkeeping your crit chance and crit damage buff and accidentally reloading or something. So that would be cool. Yeah, fun time we're having here. I mean, very chill. I'd imagine our KPM is in the high. It's almost 100. I am using a single target Pyriana Prime, so I'm not very shocked that this is where we're at. But I mean, yeah. Obviously, there's a multitude of different secondary weapons I could have slapped on and probably hit like 600 KPM. 600 KPM with 600 kills in 5. But no, I think this is fine. If anything, it shows off how good Yareli is with this combo and her flexibility. Obviously, this is a very specific arcane weapon combo, but even if I was running like anything else here with just no arcane, you'd be having a good time. We shredded through the Acolyte, and we're just chilling. But the sea snares can help make up for your damage a lot. It's just such a complete Warframe, I'd say. Almost like Nidus in that sense, where like all the pieces really come together for the whole meal. But I mean, we're 6 minutes deep, almost 7, and normally I'm already out at 5. So let's just group these guys up for safety. And I think that'll be it for me. Hello? Can I spin? That's Yareli! This is me. I'm out of here. See ya. Bye.